What I'm gonna do now is turn the water on and just make sure, the water heater fills up. Let's see if that thing works. Turn on the HVAC. Still waiting for the guy to get here for the HVAC, so we may jump to a couple other projects in the timeline. So I give myself about an hour to check this stuff, and I'm probably right at that hour time limit right now, so it's time to move on. All right, guys, moment of truth. We're gonna turn the water on. I gotta use this light down here in the basement because there's like all the light bulbs don't work. So as you can see, it works pretty good for what I'm doing. I'm gonna turn the water on. Wish me luck. All right, here we go. Water. Oh, I hear it. It's already leaking. Shit. Why is that leaking? Good thing I got my monkey wrench. My crescent wrench. Let's see if I could just tighten this and then it stops leaking. Sure enough, it stops leaking. So this house is old and I'm not a plumber, so obviously that's a good way to bleed the lines out of or water out of the lines, and you could just let it flow. Just got a little bit of water here now. I got plenty of trash around here to soak that up with, right? Someone's target practice. Okay, again. Let's try that water. So you always want to turn the water on slow. You don't want to hammer the system. Still leaking. I hear water. Sounds like a bathtub. One thing I didn't turn off. Or not. That sounds like a big water problem. Okay, didn't turn that off either, but check out that drain right there. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to. Who's an idiot today? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Not the worst thing that could have happened, right? Wrong? Why is that one still coming out? We need to turn it off over here somehow. I don't know, man. That's fucking wonky. Let's close this. That's not safe. Huh. Let's look for another shut off here. That's leaking there. This is what sucks about this shit. Okay, so that's gonna pinch that off. So I'm gonna go turn this off. Well, maybe I'll let it go. I mean, it's not really causing a problem down here. It's all draining right there. There's gotta be another valve right there. Oh, we're missing a damn garden valve right there. That's why it's leaking. So that is not gonna turn off unless we have a garden valve. That sucks. So I probably am gonna turn that off unless I find something here. I wonder if this one's, no, that probably won't unscrew. I might have something in the truck. But in the meantime, I'm gonna turn that water off. I'm gonna go check upstairs really quick and then I'll turn it off. Make sure nothing's flooding up here. What a mess, huh? Fuck that one up. Excuse my language. Oh, the shower works. Let's turn that off. Okay, everything's turning off. Everything's draining. Be nice if I could put something on that, but I just don't know if I have something. So let's go over to the other bathroom. Make sure we're not doing something stupid over here. Things good over here. Well, no. Oh, who knows? Let's go outside. I hear water running. I know it's still coming through there, but let's go check outside. Okay, we got water right here, which we're gonna turn on. And we should just have water on the back. And honestly, as long as that's the case, we should be good. And we got water flow in the back. Everything's flowing. Water works. I just need a valve now. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that there's a small little, the valve, just like this one right here. You see how nice this one is? And it's new, it's got new tape on it. It's newer. Look at this one, notice anything? Some of the threads are broken off right inside there. So if anyone's ever dealt with that, that is not a good sign. Sometimes you could heat it up and get it out, but yeah, that's not a good sign so far. So honestly, the cheapest, easiest thing to do would probably be just cut this pipe and put on a new connector. Put on a new 90 and make it look just like that. That's a big not a big project, but again, something we're not planning, shows I'm not paying attention too well. I come in here and water's flowing everywhere. So it's kind of disappointing. Don't think I'm gonna be able to test the water heater today, because with water heaters, you have to fill them all the way up. And if not, you'll burn them up. So we're not even gonna try that one today. And look at this, it's not draining. So is that a clog or is that a sewer lateral problem? I don't know, man. Maybe. Well, it seems to be draining a little bit. No? It's draining slowly. So, I mean, we put a bunch of water in here really quick, which is my bad, so. All right, so moving on. We know what we need to do. All right, here's what I came up with. I got 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch right here. And if I'm replacing one, I'm just gonna cut and replace the other. That's the cutter for the pipe. And 3/4 and 3/4. So here's the thing. I'm pretty sure it's 3/4, but I wanna make sure, because I don't wanna make 2 trips. I could always return that over here. And I got all my lights so I can see inside the house now. Wish me luck. All right, the gas man's been here. We have a new meter put on. Everything is working. I ran to the store and we have light in the basement now. Pretty excited about that. So now the next thing we have to do is fix the water connection. Right, y'all. Okay, so I have some shark bites here. And what I plan to do is cut right here. Okay, and I'm just gonna lower this thing down as low as I can. I'm gonna try to remove that. I'll just move this up out of the way, because I guess that secures it to the foundation, and it's not quite secure, is it? It's supposed to be up here. It's supposed to be right in that puppy right there, but it's still not. So anyway, I'm gonna loosen this up right here. Ooh, I'm gonna have to loosen that up. And what I'm gonna do is I believe I'm gonna cut both of these, because I want both of these to look the same. So I'm gonna cut them here, shark bite it up, should be done. Should be done. I'm trying to loosen this off the wall. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. I'm also using the shittiest screwdriver there is. That's probably gonna have to do. That's gonna have to do. Perfect. So first things first, we're gonna wanna test make sure I got the right part. So this is a 3/4. I got the 3/4 and the 1/2 inch because I didn't want to waste time and I didn't want to have the wrong thing. So I got both. You know, honestly, that's what I do sometimes because sometimes I just don't know. But as you can see, this fits. That was a very important part of it. Okay, that fits. So these are our 3/4 ones that we would put right here. Okay, there's that. And then here's our we got our 1/2 inch ones. It's 1/2 inch, okay? So I think it might be 1/2 inch. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna cut one of these pipes. Yeah, I mean, that's 1/2 inch all day long. So it's weird. I guess it's 1/2 inch internal diameter, not external. So we're gonna take the 3/4 ones back home. We don't need those. So we turn those 3/4, 3/4. We're just gonna use a 1/2 inch. Okay? So first things first, we're gonna cut. We're gonna try to cut. Cool thing is there's a Home Depot about 10 minutes from here, so that's where I went. I was able to get in and out in like 20 minutes. It takes me a while to find stuff sometimes. Still, was in and out quickly. And then I ran around here and put light bulbs on everything, everywhere. And now I can see a lot better down here because it is getting late in the day. So this thing has directions. It says, position tubing in the center of the roller's advanced cutter wheel to contact tubing lightly. Rotate feed knob, 1/4 to 1/2 turn advancing cutting wheel without crushing tubing. Turn cut around 2 full turns. Repeat steps 3 and 4 until it's completely cut. So we're gonna open this puppy up. Okay. And then once it's big enough, we're gonna put it around this tubing. And honestly, we're just gonna put it right here, right at the top. And then we're gonna tighten. And then we're gonna start turning it around. Every 2 turns, I'm gonna start tightening it. So I tightened it, I turned it again. And once it starts turning a little bit looser, or once it starts turning a little bit quicker, like by the second turn, it turns quicker. And you just tighten it up. And this is a slow process. We're not in a hurry. But this is what's gonna cut our pipe. So we can pull it off. And just like that, it's cut, it's clean. You know, I could have tried to get this thread out so I could keep using this, or I could have welded it, and I was like, man, I just don't want to do that. I don't have time to do that. Also, I don't have sandpaper. So I'm gonna go around this thing with my knife, just clean it up to bare copper, make sure it looks good. Before I put my shark bite on there. So those of you who have not worked with a shark bite before, you will be pleasantly surprised with how easy this is and user friendly. So after installing that, next thing we're gonna do is we are going to push this directly up on there. There's a little white piece in there, that's gonna go inside the copper. Copper goes around the outside. Push it up and it locks into place. So it was that easy. So one thing I do need to get is I need to go get some Teflon tape. So I will be right back. Okay, I got my stuff. So you want to make sure you put this on the right way. So you don't want it, when you turn it, you don't want it, you know, coming unraveled. Put a decent amount on this because you don't want any water leaking, even though we're in the basement. Still a little water leaking. And when you put it on there, see now when you turn it clockwise, it's just gonna press that Teflon tape down. It's now going to pull it back off, and we should be in good shape. So I'm gonna turn these all off because that is the point. We do not want this stuff on. Okay. So we did it once, let's do it again, okay? Okay. So remember with this, we're gonna put this on here. We're gonna tighten it up, turn it around. Kind of loosened up, so tighten it up again. Tighten it up. Honestly, I'm probably gonna take this piece off. Maybe good, I may use it somewhere else. I don't know. We will find out. The thing is, we want to be able to test the water heater today. Today is day number 1. You know, we want to make sure. So there's all that water draining down. Oops. Okay. So we want to be able to test that water heater. It's day number 1. We want to make sure that everything works. So you can see how quickly this is. If we were sweating pipes, that's a true way to do plumbing. We would be spending more time doing this. Now remember, you gotta clean it. They actually make a tool to do this. And you just kind of wrap it around the pipe, or you just take some sandpaper and do it. But I don't have either. I was at the hardware store, I should have picked it up. The thing is, you want this down to copper, and you want it clean. Alright, I think we're pretty good. Stick this puppy on there. In there, get it centered. Now we're there. Perfect. Same thing with this. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna put some tape on it. Almost there, and then we can turn our water on, and we shouldn't have any issues. Now, if you look at this, it looks normal, it looks universal, it looks good, how it's supposed to look. So when you change something out, you might as well change it all. Okay? All right, we're turning this water on again. Wish us luck. God, I don't hear any noises. We got some dripping right here from this one. No, we might have to replace that. You see that? You know, it's dripping pretty decently. Let's put a nice coloring book underneath there. All right, and let's see if we have any leaks over here. We have no leaks. If you remembered earlier, it's a pain in the butt. Shark bites are awesome. So now let's go over here and let's fill up our water heater. Okay, so this is cold water. You never want to turn your water heater on until you add water to it. Ooh. Is there already water going to it? Huh, there might already be water going to it. Huh. Well, is water coming from there? Yeah, should be. Should be water going to it. So let's see if this thing fills up. I hit the purge valve. Huh, shit, I guess it's full of water. Who would have known? So let's let this thing heat up. It's got gas going to it. Let's crank it up to hot. Oh, we gotta turn the pilot on, see? Okay, hold on while I read the directions. Okay, I'm getting ready to light the water heater with a match. So if it works, you'll see a video. If not, probably see one. All right, so we tried to light the pilot light on the gas water heater. It's not lighting right now, so I'm gonna have to investigate that and come back to it. So let's go wash the house. Who's ever power washed leaves off the yard? It's ridiculous, but it's working. Want this house to look like someone's here, so no one comes over here and messes with it. Look at that. I ended up power washing the whole yard, moving all those leaves out front. I know it's silly, but I kind of want to make it look like someone's here, present, and making sure no one's going to be snooping. So now we're just washing the roof. We just pour this water bleach and soap on the thing, let it run down, let it dwell. That's all we do, baby. Let it dwell. This is the worst side. Really want to hit it good with this water bleach and soap. This stuff melts off when it's hot and warm up here. Since it's not hot and warm, you gotta agitate it just a little bit like I'm doing here. Just get a little bit closer. But you don't want to use pressure because you'll take the granule right off.